Hello friends, today we will learn about the types of tissues. I am Dr. Archana Chaudhary. We will learn today the topic from Plant Anatomy, Part 301, CBCS pattern SYBSC. The tissues can be classified as a permanent tissues, which is the group of cells which have lost the ability to divide. The tissues are again divided into the meristematic tissues. The permanent tissues derived from the meristematic tissue. The permanent tissue form the major part of the plant. We will see the characteristics of permanent tissues. The cells are mature and have permanent size and shape with thin and thickened wall. The cells may be living or dead. Cells may be compactly or loosely arranged. Cell wall shows the cellulose or lignin deposition. The cell contains reserve food, excretory or secretory material. The permanent tissues are classified as a simple tissues, complex tissues, and secretory tissues. The simple tissues. These tissues are made up of only one type of cells which are similar in structure and function and having a common origin. They are termed as a simple tissues. They can be classified into the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. The parenchyma characteristics. Parenchyma are simple living tissues. It is oval, polygonal, elongated, or irregular in shape. They are loosely arranged with intercellular spaces. The cell wall is thin, made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. The cells contain cytoplasm, nucleus, large vacuole, and it stores the reserve food material. It forms ground tissue in the root, stem, leaves, fruits, and many other parts of a plant. It is found in soft parts of a plant organs like cortex, pith, mesophyll, and vascular tissues. Functions of parenchyma. The ground tissue, it acts as a packaging or the storage tissue. It may perform function of photosynthesis being green and can be termed as a chlorenchyma, for example, in a mesophyll of leaves. The parenchyma can be modified into the aquatic plant and can be said as a eurenchyma, which is for buoyancy and gaseous exchange. It helps to float the plant. Meristematic activity, if it regain, then it can be causing secondary growth along with the xylem in the cambium tissue. It also helps in propagation and healing of wounds. If it becomes secretory, then it secretes various products. It also helps to transport the water and food material, being a part of a complex tissue, xylem parenchyma and phloem parenchyma. Erenchyma is a spongy type of a parenchyma and present in a root stem leaves of aquatic plants, which enclose large intercellular spaces, and the erenchyma help in a buoyancy and respiration. They are air-filled cells. It allows the gaseous exchange between root and stem in aquatic plant. The parenchyma, which is modified as a chlorenchyma, and it contains rich chloroplast. The cells are thin-walled, polygonal. Mesophyll in the leaves consist of a such columnar palisade tissue just below the epidermis. Palisade with large number of chloroplasts makes them primary site of photosynthesis. The second type of a tissue is a collenchyma, which is a mechanical tissue. It is a simple permanent tissue with primary wall slightly thickened at the corners by the cellulose and pectin, and it is termed as a collenchyma. Cells in the collenchyma are compactly arranged without intercellular spaces. They lack secondary walls and vacuoles, and if found in a leaf petiole, in the veins, and in the hypodermis of the leaves, it provides the flexibility to the stems and it is absent in root. The collenchyma can be subdivided on the basis of distribution of wall thickenings. They may be angular collenchyma, the thickening material deposit at the corners of the cell, Lacunar collenchyma, the thickening material deposit at the places which are at direct contact with large intercellular spaces, and the lamellar collenchyma. In the diagram, the thickenings are more on the tangential walls than the radial wall, and the cells are without intercellular spaces. Functions of collenchyma. It is living mechanical tissue. Collenchyma, due to its thickened wall, offers elasticity to the plant organ. It makes more flexible the plant organ. The collenchyma gives additional support and strength to the plant organs. Collenchyma can perform photosynthesis when it contains chloroplast. Sclerenchyma, the permanent third type of a simple tissue consisting of entirely very evenly thick walled and it is dead, that is termed as a sclerenchyma. This is the simple tissue which is dead. The collenchyma and parenchyma are the living tissue. It is dead tissue. The cells are thick walled due to the heavy lignin deposition. The cells are compactly arranged without intercellular spaces. Sclerenchyma cells when become long, narrow and thick walled with tapering ends, then it can be termed as a sclerenchymatous fiber. Function of sclerenchyma. It is a principal mechanical tissue and provides the mechanical support. Sclerenchyma being dead lignified, which provides the structural support and rigidity to the plant. It provides hardness to the stony fruits like nuts, coconut, and almonds. The sclerids, which are unicellular, and it perform the function to give the protection, and it is forming a continuous layer at periphery and protect the inner tissue. Types of the sclerenchyma. The sclerenchyma fibers are long, elongated, dead sclerenchyma, uniformly thickened lignified wall, and they are commercially important. Fiber also forms elements of xylem and phloem like extraxylary and intraxylary fibers. The stone cells, also termed as sclerids, these are the short, non-fibrous, irregular shaped sclerenchyma cells with highly thickened lignified walls. They occur singly or in a group and in association with xylem, phloem, cortex tissues. Sclerids, again depending on nature and structure and form the cell wall, shows the following subtypes. Brachysclerids. The cells are isodiametric, shown in the diagram, with highly thickened lignified walls. Astrosclerids are irregularly branched, star-shaped stellate sclerids, while the macrosclerid cells are elongated rod-like columnar in shape. Osteosclerids are columnar with branched, lobed, enlarged end like a bone. That's why termed as osteosclerids. Trichosclerids are thin hair-like branched solitary single cells. So the friends, you can do the exercise like what is function of parenchyma, define collenchyma, draw and describe types of sclerids, give the function of sclerenchyma, give types of collenchyma and characteristics of parenchyma, and give the characteristics of permanent tissues.